Welcome back to Hello Day. My name is Shiko Kaitani. We sure hope that you are enjoying the program so far. We do want to say a big thank you, of course, to our DJ who is on the decks. Our guest DJ is DJ Scratch Mfalme. Still taking in your requests through 22162. Please begin your text message with YM254. That being said, DJ Mfalme, we do have a Loki from Kisumu who says that I am loving the show Naomba Kwangaru. Before Nirudi Ahero Girls. Also, we do have Shiro who says, play for me, call by Two Sons. We do have Alpha Raptor who says would like to be played for Man Don't Dance by Big Shaq. Okay, we'll see what we can do about that. And then also a big thank you to Tasha from Rongai who says the show is definitely lit. Well, thank you so much. We do appreciate you. Now, like I said earlier on, today we are going to be talking about art for change. As you can see right next to me is a beautiful piece. And this has actually been done by Tina Benavra, who is the artist on set with us. And joining her is Winnie Awino, who is a visually impaired individual on set with us, trying to support the cause right here. And before I tell you what it's all about, please note this particular painting is super special because it actually includes Braille. And so we do want to welcome our special guests today, Tina and Winnie, who are going to be telling us more about this painting and what exactly is the message and the story behind it as it goes to change lives out there. All right, so welcome to the show, Tina.
Thank you very much, Shiko.
All right, Winnie, karibu sana.
Asante.
All right, we're going to have Winnie's guide Morris on set in just a few, but thank you so much, Winnie, for taking the time to be with us today. Okay, so Tina,
yes.
How about we start off with you? Tell us a little bit about this painting before we kick off.
Would you mind if we switched it a bit?
Yes,
okay,
let's switch it up.
The way I paint is quite subconscious minded, so it's almost, I could say, a self-portrait of how I see in my experience here as coming back to Kenya and experiencing what I'm been seeing subconsciously. So it is really open for interpretation. So if you could just indulge me in few minutes what you would see, for instance, apart from the Braille, because that I'll go into detail with. But just what's your first impression of what I mean to say?
I think, in my opinion, it kind of just depicts Nairobi, if you ask me. It looks a little bit of the elements of what our city is about. I can just see the busyness, but at the same time I can see how beautiful Nairobi would be. And because you've incorporated color, you've got something, I mean, blue in your painting, I would say, and a few, I can see, what is that, a shark or like a dolphin?
I was saying my perception dolphin, but it's a shark too.
So I can see, and there's fish, so I can see there's the ocean there. But at the same time, you're also talking about climate, I guess.
Yes, you're quite spot on.
And about the environment and what we need to do to preserve it.
You're actually spot on. So you see, there's no wrong interpretation in this. It's just what your mind would see. So this is exactly the situation I felt. But this is just not only for Kenya or Africa. It's actually just happening everywhere in the world right now. We are not considering the ocean or what we're doing to the environment because we're in such a fast-paced environment that we don't take a moment to just say stop. Just look around what's happening, because whatever we're doing, it might be for the future, but we don't know if it's for the good or bad. That's why we have the energy aspect there. But there's some evidence, scientific evidence of the oceans being poisoned. But that is eventually what we eat. And so that will, of course, affect us physiologically as well. So it is a message that is not political or social. It is how I see it. And globally, just not Kenya. So you are also very right looking at the colorscape up there, which shows the futurism of Nairobi, because we are progressing. But we should just take a moment and see how we can progress in a more cleaner environmental way, just for our individuals living in our country, and to make sure that we eat well. So that the economy can progress. So it's a trickle-down effect. That's why you have the arrows, which is me, us. And there's some letters there that have been highlighted, which means Upendo ni Kazi is the theme of the painting, which is love is work. So if we can combine that as a whole energy, it can be positive or negative, but let's try to minimize the negative impact, because we can't avoid that. So we should try to aim for the positiveness. So there is hope. That's symbolizing the colors, this futurism. Just to take a moment and see what's happening around us, instead of chasing this goodie that perhaps is right in front of you.
Okay. All right, so real quick, let's tie it into what the theme is all about. And like even our caption says at the bottom of the screen, it says raising funds for the blind. This particular piece is to be auctioned off. And maybe you can tell us what inspired you to actually work with the organization behind this fundraising.
That's a very good question, and thank you for asking that question. I would have to say that this was spearheaded by the CEO, Ms. Velma Kiome, together with Mr. Mike Moy, who are very passionate personally as well about it, the cause. I can see it, and that is what led me to do it, because I saw passion in them. And because I come from a scientific background, I am very much interested in the brain. So I have the capability of having external stimuli where I can project into a canvas. So for me, it was important and very honoring to go into another world where color seems to be non-existent. But that is not true after my experience with painting with CBM. So we are looking to hope to donate it and to support the cause and spread awareness, and hopefully also take it to schools where I don't like to use the word disabled, because I realized I was disabled too, as I did not know Braille, but I had to learn it to incorporate in their world. So I cannot use that word in such a vast stereotype way. So we hope that it is available for every person to be able to touch and interact with, because that's the point.
That's the point.
And to interact with the textures, to know what the world is about, because a lot of artwork is closed off for this specific group.
Okay. All right, Winnie, we're over to you. Maybe you can raise your microphone. Yes, so that we can hear you. Okay. All right. So let's hear a little bit about your story, Winnie. Okay. Because I'm sure right now there's people who are so touched, and as I am, to have her on set, and just get a different perspective of this. Can you tell us when you lost your sight?
Okay. My name is Winnie. I lost my sight in 2010, November 15th, 5 days after completing my certificate in secondary education. So I just woke up, and my eyes, like the vision was a bit dimmed. I could see very foggy. Then I went to the hospital the next day. Then unfortunately the surgery didn't work. Then the sight disappeared completely. So after that, I had to be taken to a rehabilitation center that was in Machakos, Technical Institute for the Blind. From there, I was rehabilitated, I was counseled, I learned how to read and write in Braille. And that's where my life turned around.
Did you have such a tough time, dealing with the news that, you wouldn't be able to see? And how did that period go like for you?
To me, at first, I pretended to be strong because it's something that it was not an ailment. It just happened abruptly. Then after some time, it dawned in my mind that for real I can't see, because I had gone like for 6 months. Then I was hoping maybe it can come back. So I had to take it in. Then I think also interacting with people who are blind, people who have been born blind. Then I just picked up myself from that point and decided that I must live my life despite the challenge, though it was a bit hard. All right, so now you're part of this project and you're supporting the organization, the CBM, who are trying to raise money to prevent blindness in children. In your opinion, what's your take on how those living with disabilities or those who are able differently in this country, in your opinion? Okay, in my opinion, people living with different disabilities, so to say, they are like, all of us are competent, but most of the places, it's like people, viewers, like we are less like there's something in us that can't work out. Like we can't go out for ourselves by ourselves. We can't do different work. It's like we are disabled, just like the word. But what I can say is that everything comes from the brain and from your mindset. Like we are all capable, we are all competent. So what I can say, the society must view us in a different perspective. Like to see us like we are more competent, more capable of doing different things if we are given chance and opportunity.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so maybe you can give us about how far this painting, has made it, so, for lack of a better term. But because, what's the end game? How much are you hoping to actually raise from this painting once it's auctioned?
I hope that whoever is willing to support the cause will just open-heartedly really support the cause and not look at it as in terms of a money kind of thing. We do need the money aspect, financial aspect to get to our goal. But first, I would like to just say that let's try to change our mindset first and get integration and interaction with texture and open up this world, which can lead to many trickle-down effects. So we don't know, but the point is that it's a step to get awareness that we can do such things. It's not limited, it's not cut off to them. And whoever is open-hearted enough to also spread it to schools and children, which I really feel like if a child, for instance, gets a cataract issue when he's 10, he still retains the memory of color, however. So even if it's that to spearhead that one child, which could change his life, which could trickle down to his family, it's enough. But we should start somewhere, and I wish that it's just an open-hearted way of looking at it, and it's not really strict rules. Just if you feel to the cause like we do and CBM network and people I've been involved with, whatever helps the cause is great.
Okay. All right, I like that. So we'll probably be giving details in just a few, but now let's get over to the part where there's actually Braille included in this particular painting. And there's a hidden message in it.
There are a lot of hidden messages in it.
Okay, so we're going to call Maurice on set. Maurice is actually Winnie's guide, and he's been with you how long, Winnie? Since 2015? Okay, so you've been working with Maurice since 2015 as your guide. So we want to welcome Maurice to the set real quick. And Maurice is actually going to help Winnie get to the painting, and she's going to interpret it for us what it actually says in Braille. So Winnie, Maurice is right there next to you. Okay, I'm going to ask my director to give her a second as she makes her way to the painting, and then she can tell us what it says. Okay. Okay. All right, do you want to hold the microphone for her, Maurice, so that she can actually read it for us? Yeah.
Maurice,
so Winnie, go ahead, we can hear you, just speak.
Like here it says oil, letter O, letter I, and letter L. This one is blue. That symbolizes cold.
You can actually feel.
Yeah, I can feel the dots. The brain cells. And this one is red.
Yeah.
And this one is warm. Yeah.
Nice. And the last one?
Here. And the last one is ocean.
Is ocean.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. All right, so thank you so much. All right, so I had oil, I had ocean, Tina.
Yes.
I had blue. Cold.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so it said that, right now the way art is moving, those who can't see can actually experience the artwork through temperature
Yes, or that's temperature, texture, sculpture, whatever. You could do it in a three-dimensional way to open up this world in however way you find fit. It's completely up to the artist. It's to give an indication that they're not left out of what's happening also around us, because they're also affected. We're not different. We're different in the sense of how in a label way. But in the mind side, while I was doing this painting, I had to go into their world. And I realized when you close off your eyes, there is no color. You don't see a color. It's not black. It's not dark. It's like a vacuum. So just to have that opportunity led me to put a lot of texture on it, so that they could feel it anywhere, even without the messages.
Okay. All right, so one of the things that I absolutely love about having Winnie on set is because I understand that Winnie is so independent. She's such an independent lady, and she does her own thing. And so today we're actually going to have a challenge. And where is Mr. Barry Moses? Because Barry Moses promised me that he's going to be here to take up the challenge and to actually understand what it would be like to be visually impaired. Now, Winnie, you can actually serve yourself. Like, you don't need anyone to serve your drinks for you.
Yes.
Wow, that is so fantastic. So as you can see, we do have this illustration here real quick, and Winnie is actually going to do it, and then we are going to blindfold Mr. Barry, okay, and see if he's going to be able to do the exact same thing as well as Winnie does, okay? So Maurice, how about you help me here? You can bring Winnie over. She can fill up one glass and tell us how she actually does it. We can create some space there for you, okay, so the camera can get you well. And then we're gonna get Barry Moses. And Tia's gonna help me blindfold Barry. So as she's getting ready, Barry, come to. All right, so I want the director to actually focus on the table, because she's just about to do it.
Thank you.
All right, I don't know if camera one can.
That's very good, because that's true.
Can focus here.
It's a bit shorter.
All right, can we see how Winnie does it?
So for number one, we must know the structure of the jar.
Camera one.
We hold the glass.
Yes.
Then you spill it.
Okay.
Can you see?
All right, guys, give me a second. We're going to ask my director, Fadili, to actually turn the camera to this way where Winnie is.
It's not too tight.
It's good enough.
Director Fadili?
You have to be sure.
Okay. Can we focus?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I can't see.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. That's all right.
So how do you know when it's almost full?
The sound it makes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. That's why I'm very attentive to the water it does. Yeah.
Alright.
Less sound. It's almost full.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What? She actually does. Spot on. Nice. So I see a lot of visually impaired people actually stick their finger in their glass before.
It's not good.
It's not good. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we listen to the sound it makes when you start pouring. It's a big sound. Then it lessens. The glass is going to be full.
So you have learned how to fully depend on your ears.
Yeah, my ears.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So, Maurice, since you're a guide, please go and get Barry Moses and let's see what he does. All right, Winnie's gonna stand next to me. Winnie, I got you. I'm holding you. Just place the next glass for Barry and let's see if Barry is gonna do this. I like this illustration because it goes to show the simplest things can actually be quite difficult to do.
Absolutely.
And you know what Winnie is actually demonstrating is that, by the way, it takes a lot.
I would say Rue would be disabled in this context. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So Barry, let's see how independent. No, he's gonna do it on his own. Winnie does it. Alright, Maurice, stand here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
You're at home alone. No one is here to help you. Barry, Winnie has just told you it's not good. You're not supposed to stick your finger in
I wish so I can take it again. Oh, for improvement.
For improvement. Yes, now you can see. Now you can see. Oh my God, Barry.
Oh, it's tough to be Winnie, for sure. I can tell that for a fact.
But he tried.
I tried. It was almost full.
Yeah. But Barry, do you see how the simplest task can be so difficult without
it's
one
really
of your
tough.
senses?
This is Winnie right here.
That's Winnie. Can you see how exact she was? Precise.
Winnie, it's really tough to be you, and I really appreciate that you can do this. Yes.
You are disabled.
Winnie, I see what you did there. Oh, but can I borrow your guide for it? Maybe you can help me.
Alright, you can help Winnie back to her chair, Maurice.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for putting me on the spot like this.
Yeah.
I really like to appreciate the art as well.
Yeah.
I like it, and I love the colors. I love the size, and it reminds me of someone.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Basquiat.
Yes.
I'm inspired very much by him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Basquiat is one of my favorite artists as well.
Oh.
So it's very much inspirational, and they're like clues to how we are human there, which are highlighted with the do, am, human, is Kazi. You know, the whole love spectrum needs work as well. It's not unfortunately available as divine grace to all of us. It's a select few, so we should just try to come together, because it's in all spectrums. You know, to the oceans, to the environment, to people, to animals, to trees. It's everything. Love is everything.
Yeah.
And energy, you know, so it's a balance.
I like your choice of words.
Thank
but
you.
Basquiat was accused of being crazy. People thought it was crazy. Is this something that you face?
Yes.
This is something that you face as well.
This is something artists I think have to just live with. We'll be labeled crazy all the time.
Okay,
thank you very much.
It seems like we're running out of time, but we want to say thank you. Barry
you
Moses,
so much.
I think you can see this is for a good cause.
Yes,
cause.
so much.
Okay,
for an amazing cause.
well, believe it or not, 100,000 Kenya shillings can actually go to cater for 4 surgeries for the children that we are trying to help. Okay, and remember, this is actually Art for Change, raising funds for the blind. So just 100,000 Kenya shillings can go a very long way to cater for 4 surgeries, and that's what CBM, the organization behind this particular campaign, is actually requesting for. But it doesn't matter, because whatever amount that you can actually contribute to helping a young person out there who's actually facing the reality of being visually impaired, you can go and do something about it. And so you can get in touch with us directly or through our social media platforms or through 22162, and we'll be sure to give you actually more details of how you can donate towards this fantastic cause. So can I start by saying thank you?
Thank you so much. Could I just say something small,
go ahead.
which is very important?
Yes, please go ahead.
We had a concert in the dark a month ago, and I have to say that from that concert, it was the first time we had visually impaired and partially impaired, plus the people with hearing loss, come together to perform. And with that concert in the dark, we were able to raise about 288,000 shillings. So I'm very happy that at least people are responding to this cause. It's really life changing.
Okay, all right,
Just
great.
a small note.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, Shika.
All right, Vinny, would you like to say something as we say goodbye?
Yeah, I can say all the people who have challenges, we only need to be given platform and opportunity. That's all.
Thank you so much. All right, so go ahead, make a difference today. We've talked about Art for Change. You too can also do your part in helping children who are going to be going in for surgery due to the condition. And you know, like we said earlier on, get in touch with us and we'll be sure to give you more details. On behalf of the entire Breakfast Club, thank you so much for keeping it Y254. We shall see you on Monday Monday morning Kamakawa with the rest of the crew. So on behalf of Kalami Val, Hilda Wadidi, Barry Moses, Ram Agoko, and myself and everyone upstairs at the gallery running this show, thank you. Have a blessed weekend. Mwah.